Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now, listen, man, you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in, so let's get right into it. Now, you already know time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got y'all here chasing the bag, chasing that paper, chasing that money, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella, but always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time, energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation, well over 40,000 on our way to 50K. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube. Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You know, I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. And if you merge into this lane, trust me, man, we going to crash out. You feel me? Now, do me a favor, man. Wipe your feet off before you walk into the big house. You know what I mean? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing every time you tap in to the Realest channel on YouTube. Grown Man Business TV. Big salute. Now, late night live stream, man. We're not gonna do nothing crazy, but it's a lot going on outside. I told y'all it's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever. You can never hide from the war that's going on outside. You feel what I'm saying? And Donald J. Trump is making a dent. He's making a big dent in the last administration's mishaps. You understand what I'm saying? You got Donald Trump, you know, just going crazy when it comes to the immigration, when it comes to the illegal immigrants on American soil. And we're gonna talk about that, man. I'm not gonna stay long, it's late night. But I did want to tap in with the people and kind of put this out there. Now, before we get into this message, before I deliver these downloads, right? You know, I'm gonna do some customizations to the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I customize the chat because the higher ups and the elites are always working. You know, they always 10 steps ahead. You know, they're always shadow banning the channel. They're always muffling the message. And we got a real message tonight. You know what I mean? This is not celebrity gossip. This is not the usual. This is not the circus. We're gonna have a conversation. You feel me? So let's make sure we get that done. Big salute to the chat, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know, big salute to everybody that's locked in. You know what I mean, on this beautiful Saturday night, early Sunday morning. You already know how we giving it up. You know, you know, you gotta know, man, the DMs are full. So to everybody that's in the DMs, just understand I'm gonna get to you when I get a chance to. But you gotta know, right? You gotta shake the algorithm. You know what I mean? You got to. You gotta do it. All right, you see that right there, right? Bam. Right there at the bottom of the chat. You know what I mean? Before you get into the chat with your Twitter fingers, doing your Twittering with your Twitter fingers and all that, with your Twitter fingers, leaving your comments and asking your questions, using your Twitter fingers and all of that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you are tapped into the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. And if not, that's cool. Get in the back of the class, close your mouth, open your ears for the purest dope on YouTube. Straight off the brick into the bottles. You know what I mean? You got to know something, man. We ain't a part of the circus. You know, we play with the algorithm. We play with different topics. But one thing for sure and two things for certain, the higher ups and the elites understand just how powerful this channel is. So we're going to have a conversation, right? Haiti. You got a lot of Haitians under fire right now. You got Donald Trump, you know, causing for mass deportation of Haitians that came to America illegally. You understand? A lot of Haitians that came to America when Joe Biden and Kamala Dick Harris was in charge. A lot of Mexicans, a lot of different nationalities and races all came to America. You understand me? Under the Biden administration. You know, Joe Biden, Kamala Dick Harris, they let a lot of people over here. Now, I'm going to approach this from a couple of different angles, but I want you to understand something, and I really want to point something out. I want y'all to recognize the division, You know, you got Mexicans that are asking for foundational Black Americans to help. You got Latinos that are asking Black people to march, to help. You know, to come out and to lend a hand to the Latino immigrants, right? And now we got Haitians that are about to go through the same situation that Mexicans are going through. You got Haitians. These Haitians look just like foundational Black Americans. And they are about to go through the same trials and tribulations that the Latinos are going through, the illegal immigrants. And I want to see if these Mexicans are going to help these Haitians. I want to see if we're gonna have a whole bunch of Mexicans and a whole bunch of Latinos come out of their house to help these Haitian people not be deported. And you got to know something, right? Nobody's speaking on this from this angle. Nobody's really speaking on this from this perspective. But you know, the same way they want Black and brown unity is the same. It's all a lie, my G. It's all a lie. Because if y'all really want Black and brown unity, then the Latinos and the Haitians should link up and y'all should rebel against the machine. Y'all should start a revolution. Y'all should go against the higher ups and the elites, and y'all should do it together. See, foundational Black Americans, we ain't really got nothing to do with this. This ain't our fight, my G. This ain't got nothing to do with us. But if y'all really want to prove to us that it's a Black and brown unity, if y'all really want to prove to us that y'all ain't racist, that y'all ain't got a underlying disdain for Black people, then how about Mexican immigrants and Haitian immigrants? Y'all rally the troops. Y'all get together. Y'all fight for each other. You understand what I'm saying? Because it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap, my G. It's always deeper than rap. And I guarantee you, we do not see the Latino community go out there and go march and go fight for these Haitian Americans, these illegal immigrants. You know why they not gonna rock? You know why they not gonna fight? You know why they're not gonna march for Haitian people? Because Haitian people look like Black people. I told y'all all, I always tell y'all this. It's a lot of different type of people that look like Black people. They dress like Black people. They walk, they talk like foundational Black Americans, but they really Haitian. They really Jamaican. They really from an island somewhere. So before I go any deeper into this, I would suggest that the Latinos, I would suggest that the Mexicans, all the illegal immigrants that are being, forced out of America, I suggest that y'all go find Haitian immigrants and y'all work together. Y'all stick together. Y'all should link in with each other. Y'all all have a plight. You understand? Y'all all have something in common. Big salute, man. Nick T, I appreciate that. Actually, Haitians did more for America's, I think you meant Americans, but that's okay. America's than any culture. Okay. You want to explain that, you could do that. Haitian help fought the American independence. We must support Haitians. When you say Haitians help fight for American independence, you know what I'm saying? Break that down, because you got to understand something, man. A lot of this history that you guys like to regurgitate were lies, my G. A lot of this history that you guys like to throw out there, is false tales. And I don't hold it against anybody because, I've been fed the same bullshit. It just took for me to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors in due time to understand. So when you say the Haitians fought for the America independence, I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean? Because we didn't get that independence. Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, we didn't get that independence that you're talking about. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? One thing for sure and two things for certain is even Haitian people want to look, they feel like they can look down on Black people. Even Haitian people feel like they have a culture that Black people, we don't have, respectfully. Haitians, Jamaicans, They all feel like, yo, black people don't have no culture, black people, blah, blah, blah. And I'm gonna get deeper into that because I like that you said that. You know, big salute to the chat. This ain't gonna be one of those wild situations. You know, this is a serious conversation and we're gonna have it. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, you already know. I kept the receipts, my G. I kept the receipts. It's a circus. It's a circus going on YouTube, and it's a reason for that. It's a circus going on in this algorithm, and it's a reason for that. The higher ups and the elites have watered down this algorithm. They have played a strategic game to take these content creators and have them talking about nothing. And don't get me wrong, you gotta play within the algorithm. You have to play within the matrix. You have to. For your word and your content and your videos and you know your live streams to be into the algorithm. You have to play within the algorithm. But if you don't understand what you're doing, you get lost in the algorithm. And that's why a lot of these YouTubers is talking about Zip with the Drip. A lot of these YouTubers is talking about, you know, Fat Joe. A lot of these YouTubers is stuck in the matrix. It's a reason why I can go left and I can have these type of conversations because, yeah, I'm going to play into the algorithm. I got to do what I got to do to make sure my word get out there. But the higher ups and the elites have no control over this. They have no control over the downloads that I'm delivering to you. So, yeah, it's a late night, beautiful, beautiful late night. I got the pool on. I got the jacuzzi on right now. I'm at the big house. I got my youngest daughter here with me. You understand? She just flew in. And we're gonna have this conversation regardless of the temperature. We gonna show and we gonna prove that it's a war going on outside, and it's also a war going on in these YouTube streets. It's a war against independent content creators. It's a war against truth tellers. Haitian people are about to go through the same situation that Latinos are going through. Haitian immigrants that came over here under the false pretense that y'all was going to come over here and y'all had 14 to 18 months to get your citizenship in America. Y'all are now under the threat of mass deportation. And I wanted to do this video so I want y'all to understand before you come to foundational Black Americans and you ask for help, before you reach out to Black people, how about you and the Latinos, the Haitians and the Mexican immigrants? Y'all need to rally the troops. Y'all need to assist each other. If there is a Black and brown unity, how about Mexicans and Haitians show us? But what I'm here to tell you is there is no Black and brown unity. There is no Black and brown unity. It's every man for himself. Every man is for himself. And you ain't gonna see no Latinos helping those Haitians. You ain't gonna see no Mexicans helping those Haitians that are in the threat of being mass deported back to Haiti. You're not gonna see any Mexicans and Latinos marching down the street saying, let those Haitian people go. You know why? Because those Haitian people are Black people. Now, let's get into a few of these receipts. Big salute. You know, I did a live stream on 4 Extras yesterday. That was to shake up the algorithm. That was a 42 fake for the algorithm. Yeah, you gotta let the algorithm know that you down with the bullshit, that you down with the circus, so that you can turn right around and give up this real game. That's just what it boils down to. Let's get into a couple of these receipts. Big salute to the chat, man. You don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, salute to my G. If you don't know what I'm talking about, close your mouth and open your ears. Put your Twitter fingers away. Put your Twitter fingers down, my G. You're doing a lot of texting and typing in the chat. Put your Twitter fingers down. Close your mouth, open your ears, and prepare yourself for the purest dope on YouTube. See, a lot of the times when y'all get to talking too much, you get to missing the message and all that. When you get to talking too much, you get to missing the message. It's a reason why I got a channel with 43,000 subscribers and you don't. Everybody ain't supposed to be talking while the teacher is talking. Didn't they tell you when you go to school, close your mouth while the teacher is talking so you can understand what the lesson is about? So you can understand what the homework is about? I gotta talk to you like this sometimes, man. Y'all getting these comment sections, y'all getting these chats and all that, and y'all get to using those Twitter fingers. Y'all just be twittering away, using them Twitter fingers and all that, and you don't even, and then you miss the message. And then you gotta go in the chat and say, what is he talking about? Hey, listen, man, if you don't know what I'm talking about, close your mouth and open your ears. Put your Twitter fingers in your pocket. Put your Twitter fingers in your pocket. Let's look at this receipt. Big salute to the chat. You already know how we giving it up. Close your mouth and open your ears, man. Salute.
We're also following more breaking news tonight. The Trump administration set to terminate the temporary protected status program for Haitian migrants. The Department of Homeland Security contends that conditions in Haiti have improved enough for them to return home.
The move would impact hundreds of thousands of people. CBS News Miami's Nakaya Carrero joins us tonight from Little Haiti.
Putting a dagger through the heart not only of individual immigrants, but of immigrant families.
The Department of Homeland Security says that TPS for Haitians will expire August 3rd and go into effect on September 2nd, a decision that comes as a shock to local Haitians.
But making the outrageous claim that conditions in Haiti are getting better. And this flies in the face of their own claims of why they put Haiti on the travel ban. Because of the dangerous conditions.
A DHS spokesperson said the environmental situation in Haiti has improved enough that it is safe for Haitian citizens to return home. But CBS News Miami spoke with someone in Haiti who says the country cannot accept anyone else. People from Port-au-Prince are going to Cap now. If everyone is deported to Haiti, Cap will be like Port-au-Prince because of the difficult condition the country is in. For all the people to come to Haiti, things will get worse.
We've gone to D.C. With TPS holders where they've spoken to elected officials on many occasions. And now we're looking at a situation where those very leaders are fearful.
Did you know you don't have to wait?
Whew. All right, now that is a lot to unpack, right? But we're going to unpack this situation. Joe Biden and Kamala Dick Harris allowed illegal immigrants from multiple different countries to flood America, right? I mean, millions of illegal immigrants flooded America, and they sought refuge from their countries. You understand what I'm saying? For whatever reasons. And now, what Donald Trump is saying is that these countries have reached a point where they are suitable, they are livable. Yeah, Haiti is now in a position where it's good enough to go back. It's good enough to go back. But what you'll realize is these illegal immigrants don't want to go back. When they get a taste of America, when they get a taste of this amazing country that we have built from the ground up, they don't want to go back home. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want to go back to Haiti. They don't want to go back to a third world country. They want to reap the benefits of America. They want to reap the benefits of the foundation that foundational Black Americans have laid and paved on this land. And it don't work like that. It does not work like that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap because Donald Trump is not playing with y'all. Respectfully, Donald Trump is not playing with illegal immigrants in America. All the way to the point where in Florida, they are building an Alligator Alcatraz. They are building a deportation center, a jail that will hold 1,000 or 2 illegal immigrants that will jail you guys, and it is surrounded by the swamp. It is surrounded by alligators. They are about to start jailing illegal immigrants and sending y'all out of here. Now, I want you to understand something. I want to give y'all some context. These are the same people that are driving around America with Haitian flags on their car. These are the same people that are walking around America, driving on our highways, driving and living and working in America with Mexican flags on their car, Haitian flags on their car. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Like Ukrainian flags. These people don't want to go home, but they want to stay in America, and they want to wave their Jamaican flags, their Haiti flags, their Ukrainian flags. These people don't want to go home to their home country, but they want to work in America and send American money back to their home country. Respectfully, I want to keep this respectful as possible. You understand? I want to keep this respectful. I want to make sure we stand on the same frequency with this. These people feel like their country is the most amazing country, but they don't want to go home. And it's nasty work, because America is the only country on the face of the globe with open borders. You can't go to China. You can't go to Thailand. I don't care where you go on the face of the globe. We are the only place with open borders where you could just come over here. You could have babies over here, and you can be considered an American. Let me give you an example. Let's say me and my wife go to Haiti, right? My wife is 9 months pregnant, and we go on a vacation. And just so happened, while we're in Haiti, my wife gives birth to our son in Haiti. Do you think that the Haitian government is going to say, this baby is for a Haitian? This is a Haitian baby? No, it don't work like that. Just because I'm in Haiti where my wife gives birth does not make my baby Haitian. So why is it that when you come to America and you have a baby on American soil, all of a sudden you an American citizen? It don't work like that. It don't work like that. The same people out there in Chicago, the same people out there in LA throwing rocks, waving the Mexican flag, disrespecting American soil. These are the same people that do not want to go home. And we got to keep it real. We got to keep it 100 over here at Grown Man Business TV. There's no other way to do it. I told y'all before, right? When it come down to being a grown man, you don't get to straddle the fence. You either gonna stand on business or you not. You either gonna get down and lay down, or you gonna stay down. And if you stay down, you already know how we giving it up. You gonna get down or you gonna lay down. And if you lay down, you gonna stay down. Just is what it is. Either you gonna be an American citizen or you gonna be a Haitian. You either gonna be an American citizen or you gonna be in Mexico. You gonna go back to the Ukraine and all that. But you don't get to play both sides of the fence. You don't get to play like you an American citizen and then send all that money back to Haiti and all that. You don't get to act like you an American citizen and then send all that money back to China and all that. If you want to send the money to China, then you need to go back to China. If you want to send the money to Haiti, then you need to take your black ass back to Haiti. You want to send the money to Mexico where the border is right there. You need to go back to Mexico. And we got to keep it 100. Now, we're going to go to this next receipt because it get deeper, baby. It always get deeper than what you see. It always get deeper than the surface. But I'll keep telling y'all, oh, it's going to happen to you guys next. Blah, blah, blah. It ain't nowhere they can send blacks. It ain't nowhere they can send foundational black Americans. That's the difference between me and you. I know you look like me, but you from Haiti. You are a Haitian immigrant. You might need to make sure your paperwork is right. I know you look like me, but you a Jamaican. You are a Jamaican immigrant to America. You better make sure your paperwork is right. It ain't nowhere in the world they can send foundational Black Americans because this is our land. They only sending you back to your land. They can't send us nowhere. That's the difference between me and you. What's the difference between me and you? You talk a good one, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? My daughter ain't got nothing to worry about. My youngest daughter, she ain't got nothing to worry about. My son, he ain't got nothing. It ain't no way you can send my family. We are Americans. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But the separation is happening. It is no longer divide and conquer. You got to know something. The white man didn't divide us. The white man didn't divide us. Haitians already felt the way about foundational Black Americans. Jamaicans, they already felt the way about foundational Black Americans. Mexicans, Latinos, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. Yeah, they call us Moyos and all that. Yeah, you know what you call us behind our back. They already felt the way about us. It was already a divide and conquer. The white man ain't have nothing to do with that. Y'all felt the way about us. So now what's happening is we are going to see a real separation. And I would suggest highly that all illegal immigrants, y'all band together. Don't talk to Black people because we are not illegal immigrants on our own soil. Haitians and Mexicans, let's see if y'all rally the troops. Puerto Ricans and Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, let's see if y'all all get together. Let's see if there's a Black and brown unity that y'all talk about. But I guarantee it. I guarantee we don't see no Mexicans helping those Haitians out. I guarantee you we don't see that. Now, we're going to talk more. We're going to get deeper into this because it's more angles that I need to approach. It's more downloads that are downloading because not only am I going to talk to you, but I'm going to give you some solutions. You know, I see the big picture. I see the grand scheme of things. I understand what is possible if y'all go through the fire. Stop trying to stay comfortable in America and go through the fire. That's going to be my message to all you illegal immigrants. Stop trying to stay comfortable in America and go through the fire. All right? Now let's let something play. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button and all that, man. Stop playing with the like button.
Temporary protected status, roughly 500,000 Haitians in the U.S.
Yeah, Massachusetts is home to the third largest Haitian population. The protection shielded people from deportation. Boston 25 News reporter Drew Caritas is live outside the Haitian consulate in downtown Crossing. Drew?
Rachel, the Trump administration has rolled back an 18-month extension of deportation protection, stripping hundreds of thousands of Haitian immigrants of their protected status by August. The General Consulate of Haiti here in downtown Crossing and advocates across the Boston area are now being flooded with uncertainty and anxiety.
And it does this country no good to try to ship people back to a dangerous country like Haiti.
Directed to push more than 500,000 Haitians out of the United States in less than 6 months is being called unrealistic and unfair by Jeff Thielman with the International Institute of New England.
You will see communities ripped apart. You will see families ripped apart. They followed legal pathways to get here. They did everything that they were supposed to do.
The Department of Homeland Security says about 57,000 Haitians registered for temporary protected status following a devastating 7.0 magnitude earthquake in 2010. That status was renewed under the Biden administration in 2021 amid civil unrest after the assassination of Haiti's president.
This will have disastrous consequences for them. These are people that have been here, some since 2010. A lot of them have had U.S. citizen children here in the U.S.
Under the Biden administration, Haiti's temporary protected status was extended through February 3rd, 2026, but protection from deportation and work permits are now set to end on August 3rd of this year.
They knew what it was when they came here on temporary. It says right on it, temporary. So they knew it was temporary. And the temporary is over.
Louis Murray, chairman of Bostonians Against Sanctuary Cities, is applauding the Trump administration for following through on mass deportation promises and scaling back the use of temporary protected status.
The Haitians have had a chance now since the 2010 earthquake to kind of get their act together, and now we have a chance they can go back safely and rebuild their lives.
Now that's deep right there. Big salute to the chat. But I want to unpack that, right? Let's get deep into this, and then we're going to talk a solution and a revolution, right? Now, before we do that, I just want to reiterate that, this is pure dope, straight off the brick into the bottles, man. And, get out of your feelings, right? And get in your bag. Get out of your feelings. It's nothing in there. It's nothing in there when it comes to your feelings. You hear what I'm saying and you get emotional. You become in your feelings and then you miss the message. You understand what I'm saying? I got a lot of love for everybody. So that's why I'm telling you what I am telling you, and I'm delivering you a message they don't want you to know. They don't want you to take this in. They don't want me to plant this seed, but I'm telling you something. Like I said, Mexicans, Latinos, Dominicans, everybody that's being deported, y'all might want to link up with the Haitians. If y'all could put y'all racism, if y'all could put y'all racist mind states and mindsets to the side, if y'all can get out of your trauma and y'all could see the big picture, y'all should link with them. Y'all should link with them, and then y'all should rebel. You understand what I'm saying? But instead of listening to the message, you're going to get in your feelings, because 9 times out of 10, you don't want to get with those people that look like black people. You don't want to get in bed with the Haitians. You don't like the Haitians. So you willing to go through what you going through. All right? Now, I want to speak to this, right? Again, we already went over, the Biden administration allowed all of these illegal immigrants into the country. And now you got all of these European people saying, hey, your time is up. It's time for you to go back to your country. The irony of that is you got immigrant on immigrant violence. You got white people that are immigrants to this land as well, telling other immigrants that they have to go home. Let me say that again. You got the dog fur. You got the Caucasoid Mountains. You got Bigfoot. You got Sasquatch. You got a white European man, right? Who is illegal. He is an immigrant to American soil. Yeah, they're Europeans, right? Yeah, if you are a European, what does that mean? Let's walk you through this. If you are a European, where are you naturally from? Europe. If you're a Spaniard, that means your ass is from Spain. If you're a white man, your ancestors came from the Caucasus Mountains and all of that. Yeah, the Caucasus Mountains where Bigfoot and all them live at. That's where your ancestors came from. So you got one group of immigrants telling a bunch of other group of immigrants that they can't be here. The only people that don't got nothing to do with this is foundational Black Americans. We don't got no dog in the fight. You immigrants and you immigrants. So y'all here. What's going on here? What's going on here? You got white people telling other immigrants, all of these groups are they're immigrants. You understand how deep that is? I mean, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. They're telling y'all that they need y'all to go home. They telling y'all that it's time to go back to your homeland, but nobody's thought to say, well, how about you guys go back to Spain? Yeah. Let's start deportation. Let's start mass deportation of a bunch of Europeans. I mean, y'all got Europe right there. How about y'all go back and y'all manifest and y'all get back in Europe and y'all live y'all best life? The meek will inherit the earth. That's it. The meek will inherit the earth. This is another reason why we don't have to get involved in this mass deportation and X, Y, and Z. It's really not, it don't got nothing to do with us, because when the real revolution happens, when it really go down, y'all gonna eliminate yourselves, and the meek will inherit the earth. Now, what do you mean by that, GMB TV? I mean, where you going with that? Well, let's dig into this. Let's dig into this. With all these immigrants, right? Imagine if y'all had enough nuts to go to war with the establishment the same way my ancestors went to war with the establishment. Latinos, Haitians, Jamaicans, all of you illegal immigrants. Imagine if y'all had big enough nuts to rally the troops and go to war with the establishment. I mean, let me tell you something. I mean, I know Haiti did what they did and all that. I recognize what y'all did back in the day. I know y'all went to war with France or England. Y'all went to war with some of them people. I get that. But y'all, they done came back and they done reclaimed all the land. They took back over all of that. So, it is what it is. But I'm talking about on American soil right now. It's a war going on outside. You got these people, they going to war with y'all. Listen to what they talking about. Over 60,000 Haitians need to be moved out of here in the next 6 months. That is a war. That is a declaration of war. Over 100,000 Latinos and Mexicans need to be deported out of here within the next 12 months. That is a declaration of war, and y'all have not realized that. Don't ask us for no help. We ain't got nothing to do with that. It's time for y'all to make a decision. You either gonna die for what you believe in, or you need to go back to where you came from. One or the other. Oh yeah, you ain't heard nobody on YouTube tell you that. You ain't heard nobody on YouTube tell you that. Yeah, put the rocks down, cause this ain't Cuba. This ain't a third world country where you could throw rocks and get your point across. Yeah, you need to pick those things up, them pow-pows and pew-pews. You need a bunch of these. Put the rocks down and pick these up. This ain't Haiti, homie. This ain't a third world country and all. This ain't the Ukraine. Y'all throwing rocks, they laughing at y'all. Yeah, put the rocks down and pick up them pew-pews and all that. Those things, them slammers, them hammers. Y'all need some hammers in your hand. I thought it was necessary, and the downloads begin to download, because one thing for sure, two things for certain, Haitians didn't get the same treatment as those Latinos got. I remember seeing them riding around on horses, lassoing those Haitians up when they was coming across the border. I remember seeing all the violence towards those Haitians, those people that look like black people. So let's not get it confused with the Latinos, with the Mexicans. Yeah, it's a war going on outside. Let's look at another. I want to give y'all a glimpse of what I'm talking about when I say Alcatraz. When I say the Alligator Alcatraz, they're about to open in Florida. You need to know something. When it's wartime, the downloads are downloading. Anytime it is wartime, right? You're guaranteed going to have POWs. You're going to have POWs. Oh, see, my ancestors, we went through this already. You know, my ancestors, we went through this whole situation already. We know what it means to go to war with those people. We know what it means to become POWs, prisoners of war. We wasn't slaves, homie. They lied to y'all. We was never slaves. We was prisoners of war. All the way up to present day, right now. It's a reason why the majority of the jail are people that look like me, because my ancestors were prisoners of war. Now, what they are doing is they are setting up and they are preparing to make the majority of you illegal immigrants prisoners of war. And it's nasty work, right? Because this is one of the main reasons why a lot of my people know better than to jump out there and help y'all. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, we've always told you what was capable, what was the potential of happening if y'all played around with these people. We told y'all didn't believe it. Y'all thought the dog fur connected y'all. Yeah, the Mexicans, yeah, them Latinos, them Boricuas and all that. They got that dog fur. And they thought that the dog fur made them white. So they didn't want to listen to foundational black Americans when we told y'all. We told y'all what y'all was, what was coming. So we're going to do it again, right? Yeah, Latinos for Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. Arriba, put your hands up. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do. I will Trump for Donald Trump. Put your hands up, arriba. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do. I will vote for Donald Trump. Put your hands in the air. Do-do-do. Y'all don't remember that? Now, just like we told y'all a long time ago what they was going to do with y'all, I'm going to tell you again. I'm telling you right now, they are preparing to imprison you. Haitians, listen, it started with the Mexicans and the Latinos. Now they're going to the Haitians, Jamaicans. A lot of you Chinese people, one by one, they are going to approach you. One by one, homie, one by one. One by one, they're coming to get y'all. And what they are going to do, they are going to begin to make y'all illegal immigrants, POWs, prisoners of war. They have declared war against y'all. And when they start capturing you guys, you will be declared a prisoner of war. Watch this. Hit the like button. I need 100 likes in here, man. Stop playing. Well over 400 in the chat. Run them likes up. Look at that dog fur right there. Oh, that dog. Look. I want to tell you something before I let this young Latino woman talk right here. I want to let you know that is an amazing strand of dog fur that you got right there. I mean, that dog fur right there is impeccable. Yeah, and I don't normally give, listen to me. I don't normally give, compliments to the dog fur. But that's I mean it looked like Lassie. Yeah, it reminded me of Lassie, the nostalgia. When I looked at that dog fur, I thought about Lassie. Y'all remember that show Lassie? Lassie. Lassie. Y'all remember that show Lassie? Look, look, look. Lassie. Man, let's let her talk to the people. Go ahead, go ahead.
Light to a new migrant detention center in Florida's Everglades. It's being dubbed Alligator Alcatraz and is set to open next month. Originally an abandoned airport facility, it spreads across 39 square miles of land and will house detained illegals from Florida and other U.S. states. Florida's Attorney General is warning those who dare to make the escape.
I call it Alligator Alcatraz. This 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. Presents a efficient, low-cost opportunity to build a temporary detention facility because you don't need to invest that much in the perimeter. People get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Within just 30 to 60 days after we begin construction, it could be up and running and could house as many as 1,000 criminal aliens.
Well, the Trump administration is giving the green light to a new migrant detention center in Florida's Everglades. It's being dubbed Alligator Alcatraz and is set to open next month. Originally an abandoned airport facility, it spreads across 39 square miles of land and will house detained illegals from Florida and other U.S. states. Florida's Attorney General is warning those who dare to make the escape.
I call it Alligator Alcatraz. This 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. Presents a efficient, low-cost opportunity to build a temporary detention facility because you don't need to invest that much in the perimeter. People get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Within just 30 to 60 days after we begin construction, it could be up and running and could house as many as 1,000 criminal aliens.
Well, the Trump administration is giving the green light to
Alligator Alcatraz. Hold on, guys. Right? Now, I show y'all that to tell y'all this. The same way they build this Alligator Alcatraz for illegal immigrants is the same way they started to build private prisons for black people, for my people, for foundational black Americans, for prisoners of war. They started talking about these private prisons and they started building them all over America. All over America. So when you see something and you see it and you say, wow, what in the hell? See, that is the beginning. This is the introduction. See, a lot of you illegal immigrants are not going to make it back to your country. You are going to become prisoners of war. Oh, y'all thought it was a game. Y'all thought that y'all came over here and y'all had birthright citizenship. It don't work like that. And now that a lot of my ancestors are coming home from prison, a lot of my POWs, my friends that are prisoners of war, a lot of the people that roll with me, a lot of black men are coming home from prison. You are going to replace that manual labor. You are going to replace those prisoners of war. So a lot of you illegal immigrants, y'all running around America, y'all hiding out. Y'all doing any and everything possible not to go back to your home country. You want to stay in America. Well, what they are going to do is they're going to put you in Alligator Alcatraz where there are no borders. Yeah, there are no walls. You run your ass out there, you run into alligators. You run your ass out there, you turn into alligator food and all that. Don't cross the gun line, boss. Do not cross the gun line. Now again, I'm telling you this. Just like we told y'all what they was gonna do. We told y'all they was gonna come for y'all. You know what y'all said? I will vote for Donald Trump. Arriba, put your hands up. Doo, 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 doo. That's what y'all did. Now I'm telling you, they got what is this? This shit is like a 1,000 square foot, 150,000 acres of land surrounded by swamps where they gonna start putting y'all at. And they gonna use y'all to pick those oranges for free. Y'all gonna be picking the watermelons for free. Y'all gonna be cleaning the interstates for free. Y'all gonna be making the signs that go on the interstate for free. Y'all gonna be making license plates for free. Y'all gonna be doing lawn service. Y'all gonna be cutting grass. Y'all gonna be picking cotton, picking corn, cutting grass, picking apples for free. This is what they do in America. They turn you to POWs and they get free labor out of you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is the part y'all didn't understand. This is the part y'all thought y'all got over. Y'all thought that the dog fur made y'all a part of white people. Y'all thought that just because you got dog fur, he got dog fur, that y'all was a union. But y'all don't understand who y'all dealing with. Y'all never understood who y'all was dealing with. The only people that fully understood what was going on was foundational Black Americans. And we told y'all, hey, Poppy, let me holler at you, Poppy. Listen, Poppy, I don't think it's going to work out like that. Hey, Poppy, easy, Poppy. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work out like that, Poppy. I wouldn't do that. Oh, Joe Biden, Poppy, don't do, nah, easy. Now, I want to get into the good part. Yeah, we talked about the Haitians. We talked about the Mexicans. We talked about the Latinos. I told y'all to unify. You an immigrant, he an immigrant. I think y'all should unify, and I think y'all should go to war if y'all want to stay on American soil. Because the only way to gain respect on American soil is to shed blood on American soil, is to die on American soil. That's the only way. My ancestors had to do it. We spoke on that. I also told y'all about this Alligator Alcatraz. And let me tell you something. Alcatraz, the original Alcatraz, is a prison out there on the West Coast. They closed it down, but it was a prison for Al Capone and all the old gangsters and all the old mobsters. And it was called Alcatraz. And it was on a rock in the middle of the ocean, surrounded by water, a fucking prison. They would have to put you on a boat to get you out there, right? Now they call this new prison for the new POWs, for the illegal immigrants on American soil. They call it the Alligator Alcatraz. See, the first Alcatraz was surrounded by water and sharks. This Alcatraz is surrounded by alligators. And they're going to house you. They're going to put y'all in there. They're going to jam-pack y'all in there. And they're going to start sending y'all out in drones. And y'all going to be cleaning the interstate. Y'all going to be plucking the lemons. Y'all going to be plucking the oranges. Y'all going to be grabbing the apples. Y'all going to be making license plates. Y'all are going to be the new prisoners of war. Oh, I told y'all all of the different angles. I told y'all what I thought y'all should do. I gave y'all a small solution. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I got an even better solution. Listen. I understand that Mexicans don't really rock with black people. I understand that it's an underlying hate for black people, and I get that. But being as though I'm a foundational black American, you can hate me and I'll still give you some game. I'll still give you the knowledge. And I'll allow you to either take the message in the madness or allow your hate to destroy you. It's your choice. Listen. I'm going to give you this pure dope straight off the brick, right into the bottles. You can get the message in the madness, or you can allow your hate and your racism to destroy you. Your choice. Your choice. That's on you. All right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, man, I'm going to tell you, before we get into that, I just want you to understand something. I want you to really understand. I want you to really understand what we're dealing with right now. This is not a game. This is not a test. This is real life. It's a war going on outside that no man is safe from. Now, they want y'all to go back to your country, right? You guys are scared for some reason. Y'all ride around, you wave your flags on American soil. Instead of waving the American flag, you got a Haiti flag. Instead of raising an American flag, you got a Mexican flag. I mean, you dudes want to represent your country, but you don't want to go back to your country. Right? What I'm here to tell you is run. Get out. Respectfully, run while you got a chance. They giving you a chance to go back to your country. Get there. They giving you a chance, right? They giving you a free opportunity to get out of America and go back to your country. And I suggest you take this opportunity while they are giving it. Because once they start building these alligator Alcatrazes, you ain't going to have a choice. Trust me, you ain't going to be able to get out. They're going to start putting your ass in prison. They're going to start making you prisoners of war. So while you got a chance right now to make a decision and comfortably go back home, I suggest you do that. But let's get deeper into this. Y'all are comfortable in America. Well, comfortability is the cousin of death. Hey, listen to me. Y'all don't want to go home because you are comfortable in America. But you got to know that comfortability is the cousin of death. As soon as you get too comfortable, bang. As soon as you get too relaxed, bang. As soon as you get too comfortable doing what you're doing, bang. You ain't never heard that? Ain't nobody ever told you that don't get too comfortable? Anytime you get too comfortable, it's a problem. Anytime you get too comfortable, bang. You have to go through the fire if you want what Black Americans have. If you want what we have, if you want this kind of freedom, if you want what we obtained, you have to die for it. Somebody got to give their life for this. You don't get to just have born citizenship. It don't work like that. They made y'all too comfortable, and now it's time, bang. Go through the fire. What you mean by that, G and BTV? Well, go through the fire. Go back to your country willingly. You go back to your country and rebuild your country. Make your country great again. Take a note out of Donald Trump's book and make your country great again. Go back to Haiti. All you Haitian men in America, y'all need to go back to Haiti and make Haiti great. All of you Mexican men in America, y'all need to go back to Mexico and y'all need to make Mexico great again. All you Jamaican men in America, y'all need to go back to Jamaica and y'all need to make Jamaica great again. All you Puerto Rican men in America, y'all got Puerto Rico. Go make Puerto Rico the best Puerto Rico you ever had in your life. But you know what come with that? Hard work, death, war, spill blood. Y'all gonna have to spill blood to take your country back to the next level. Y'all ain't willing to do that because y'all are too comfortable on American soil. Y'all are too comfortable reaping the benefits of what Black Americans laid their life down for. Y'all are too comfortable. Y'all think y'all got right. How do you get the rights that my ancestors died for? How do you just, it don't work like that. They lied to you. And one thing for sure, two things for certain. If you know anything about the European man, he is going to lie to you. We never lied to y'all. We thought that we was brothers. My ancestors died for civil rights so y'all could come over here. And then y'all come over here and y'all spit in our face. Y'all come over here and y'all talk down on us. Y'all come over here and y'all link up with the white man and try to talk down on the black man. And now the white man shows his true colors. I always thought it was cowardly watching video of grown ass men on banana boats floating to America. I always thought that it was cowardly to watch grown ass Haitian men get on a banana boat and float, risk their life, put their life on the line to float to America instead of fighting and dying for their homeland. I always thought it was cowardly watching Mexicans fight and float and run over the border instead of going to war with the Mexican cartel, going to war with the Mexican drug lords and fighting and dying for your country. This is the hard part. This is the part of the war that my ancestors died for. This is what y'all are running from. Y'all are running from the journey. Y'all are running from the fire. Y'all want to be comfortable, and comfortability is the cousin of death. So now you got a decision to make. You can stay here and be comfortable in that Alligator Alcatraz. You can stay here, you can be comfortable, and you can become prisoners of war, or you can go back to your country and you can make it a better place for your children. You can die for the next generation. You can spill blood for the next generation of Haitian babies, the next generation of Mexican babies, Jamaican babies, Puerto Rican babies, Latinos. This is the part y'all thought, oh, black, foundational black Americans, they make it. Yeah, we did this already. We went through this already. You didn't know that? And through all of the triumphs, through all of the setbacks, through all of the war, through all of the spilled blood on American soil, we still managed to contribute to American history, to American society. We still managed to create hip hop, create rock and roll, create jazz music, create country music. We still managed to, invent the light bulb. Invent the stoplight, invent the microwave, invent this, invent that. We made all these inventions. We still managed. And now it's your turn. Go back to Haiti. Manage to spill blood and die on your soil and still build a better Haiti. Manage to take the Haiti that y'all got right now and take it over, go to war, and build a bigger and a better Haitian country. I gotta be real with you. I always thought it was cowardly watching you grown ass men on those banana boats floating your ass over here to America instead of dying on Haitian soil, instead of dying on Puerto Rican soil, instead of dying on Mexican soil. You're supposed to die on your country. You're supposed to go to war. Why you think black people ain't never run to Africa? Why you think my ancestors, black, foundational black Americans, why you think we never ran to Haiti? We never ran to Jamaica. We never ran to these other countries. We died on American soil. Take this opportunity and go back to your country. Don't let them make POWs out of you. That's what they're about to do. They're about to make you guys prisoners of war. Go back to your country. Regroup. Take a couple of years and get your mind right. Take over the Mexican cartel. Take over the drug lords in Haiti. Assassinate every one of them. Take over the government. Take over the police. Get rid of all the corruption. I suggest a lot of you Haitian men go back to Haiti and tell France we ain't paying no motherfucking tax. Yeah. Yeah, your real war is not with America. Your real war is with France, Jamaica. Your real war is with the Queen of England and all of that. Imagine if y'all told France we ain't fucking paying no taxes and then y'all keep the money. Imagine what y'all could do over there in Haiti. Imagine in Jamaica if y'all told the Queen of England, fuck you. Come get it in blood. And y'all keep all the tax money, billions of dollars. Take back your land. The people in England and Chinese people over there in Jamaica, they done bought up all y'all land. They got all the prime real estate over there. And y'all trying to run to America. You got all these people, all these Haitians running to America, hoping that we save y'all when the real war is with France. I'm trying to give you the message in the madness. I'm trying to tell you something they don't want me to tell you. I'm trying to give you the game that they don't want you to learn. The war is not, you're too comfortable over here. And while you're over here being comfortable, you got Chinese people taking over your fucking land over there in Jamaica and Haiti. While you over here being comfortable, you got the French taxing y'all $2-3 billion a year over there in Haiti. And you want to be in America. You trying to figure out how to stay on American soil. Take your ass back to your country and go to war. I can't help it, baby. The downloads have downloaded. Why do I speak like this? You know why? Because when I do my due diligence, I watch the Black Panthers go to war. I watch the Black Panthers, Bobby Seale, Huey P. Newton, Fred Hampton. I watched them be assassinated on American soil. Fred Hampton didn't run to Haiti. Bobby Seale didn't run to Africa. Huey P. Newton, he didn't run to Mexico. They went to war right here. So I'm talking from experience. This shit is etched in my DNA. I mean, I can see it. I can feel it. I can smell it. It's wartime, nigga. And we not going to war with you. Y'all need to go to war for yourself. Ain't no more talking. It ain't nothing to talk about. Matter of fact, let me show you one more time. Big salute to the chat. I'm sorry. Look.
To a new migrant detention center in Florida's Everglades. It's being dubbed Alligator Alcatraz and is set to open next month. Originally an abandoned airport facility, it spreads across 39 square miles of land and will house detained illegals from Florida and other U.S. states. Florida's Attorney General is warning those who dare to make the escape.
I call it Alligator Alcatraz. This 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. Presents a efficient, low-cost opportunity to build a temporary detention facility because you don't need to invest that much in the perimeter. People get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Within just 30 to 60 days after we begin construction, it could be up and running and could house as many as 1,000 criminal aliens.
Whew. Now, I'm showing you that, right? Hold on. Showing you that. Hold on. I'm showing you that because I want you to understand they are already declaring war. They are telling you that there is no more talking. You got to understand, this is America, homie. This is the land where you gonna shed blood if you want to be here. You gonna die. Your ancestors got to die for you to have civil rights over here. For you to have, birth rights in America. Somebody got to die for that. You don't just get that. You don't just get birthrights over here in America. Somebody gotta die. So y'all doing all this talking, y'all throwing rocks, you're marching on the interstate, you're doing all these things, and these people, these European Caucasoid people are telling you it's war, baby. This is a war. We got the National Guard, we got the Marines out here. We're building a Alcatraz, an alligator Alcatraz for you. We are not, this is war. See, we went through this already. We thought that marching was going to help. They was building private prisons already. We thought that going ahead and marching and saying X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. We thought all that. But what we didn't understand is they had already built over 100 private prisons, and somebody black ass is going in those prisons. It don't matter what, we going to war. So when they put the crack in our neighborhoods, that we wasn't paying attention until it was too late. Being as though we are experienced. I'm telling you, we are telling you, hey, bro, ain't no more talking. It ain't no more negotiation. Somebody is going into that alligator Alcatraz. Some immigrant is going in that alligator Alcatraz, if you like it or not. So now you got a grown man decision to make. You can take your silly ass into that Alcatraz, into that prison. You could become a prisoner of war, or you can go back to your home country and you can go to war for your country. Like, you guys don't know how lucky you are. Y'all don't know. Let me get into this angle. Y'all don't know how lucky you are to have a home that has not been robbed from you fully yet. And what do you mean by that, G&B? Well, yeah, they robbing y'all. I mean, they taxing y'all, they fucking y'all over for sure. But if you are a Puerto Rican, you got Puerto Rico. Y'all still got the connection in the name. Foundational Black Americans, Tartarians. Yeah, we got that Tartarian in us. Right? But they done took the name from us. They done renamed us African Americans. They done renamed us Negro Americans. They done took the name. So now we don't even got a land that connects to us through name. So when people come to America, they don't connect America to us. They connect America to the Caucasian Caucasoid man. You don't know how lucky you are to be a Mexican and still have Mexico. You don't know how lucky you are to be a Puerto Rican and still have Puerto Rico. You don't know how lucky you are to be a Haitian and still have Haiti. Salute, appreciate that 5-piece nugget. Speak truth to power, brother. Yes, always. Tell the truth and truth. I got to tell them the truth. I will always tell them the truth. Appreciate that. Even the Europeans have Europe still. The Africans, the Africans, the real African Americans, they have Africa. They have Uganda. They have South Johannesburg and all that. We the only ones that got robbed of the name. So take that with you. When I tell you to go back to your country and go to war, take that game with you. Be proud to be a Haitian in Haiti. Be proud to be a Mexican in Mexico. Be proud to be a Chinaman in China. Y'all have become so comfortable with our culture, with our birthrights, that you have totally forgot about your own. You have totally abandoned your own. And I'm going to tell you something. If you keep fucking around over here in America, just like they changed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, Haiti will be named something else, and you will have no connection to a land that was once yours. You keep fucking around over here in America, the same way they turned the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Puerto Rico won't have that name anymore. Mexico won't be Mexico, and you will have lost. I'm giving y'all too much. You know what? You know what? Really, the game I'm giving y'all, sometimes I understand, and I realize it's too much. I'm doing too much. Y'all want so much help, and y'all don't even understand that if you get the message and the madness, I done gamed you up already. I done gave you so much motherfucking game. All you got to do is take this and run with it. Go back to your country before you turn POW, prisoner of war. Big salute to the chat. You get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. It's something that is it's disgusting. It's nasty work, man, to watch all these people fight to be on this land. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, y'all ain't died, y'all ain't killed, y'all ain't did enough to even reap the benefits of this. You know what I'm saying? And I understand why you want it, but you don't think that it's you walk on the block, right? And somebody walk up to you and they say, here, man, listen, I see you out here. Here go 2 keys of dope. Take that with you. You ain't have to do no work. You ain't have to spend no money. You ain't have to do nothing. Somebody just giving you 2 keys of dope. You don't think to yourself, this is a setup? You one of those people that's just so happy to obtain something that you didn't work for, that you can't see that it's a trap, that he's a police, he's an undercover cop. You're about to go to jail for the rest of your life. That's what you guys are. That's what you immigrants are. Oh, they said we could come over here. So you think that they just let y'all come over here, get American birthrights for no reason. It's just, they just want to help you guys so bad. These white people just care so much about your well-being over there in Haiti. They just want you to be safe. They're so scared that Haiti is not sufficient. Haiti is not healthy. Haiti is not safe. So how about you come to America and we're going to give you American birthrights. Yeah, have your babies over here and we'll call them Americans and we'll save you and we'll protect you and all, you don't have anything to worry about. You think that y'all believe that? You believe that they want to pay taxpayer dollars to y'all for no reason. There's no cost. That's how I know y'all don't know who y'all dealing with. Y'all look down on foundational Black Americans, and then y'all, yes, sir, no, sir, when the white man come around and he robbing you, dumb ass. Yeah, he done robbed you already. They robbing you. Big salute to the chat. Y'all know how we give it up. Let me see what's going on in here. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Whole lot of nothing. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. U.S. military base. Exactly. Product supply. Man, you understand what I'm saying? Haiti's going to become a U.S. military base. Exactly. They definitely got plans for those lands, especially Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Haiti's bugging out. It's a lot going on over there in Haiti, for sure. Artemis 55-9, what it do, my G? No agenda behind the word. Yeah, man, you know, it's obvious, you know what I mean? It get to a point where you got to elevate to a point where you can see this shit. Like, we done already went through it. It's like you going to run the same Hail Mary play every time, and we just let y'all run up the field and score a touchdown. Nah, they running a Hail Mary play. Hey, yo, hold up. Let's get some safeties back there. Y'all don't see it's the same fucking play they've been running for the last 400 years? Yo, we got to get some safeties back there, man. It's the same play they've been running for the last 400 years, man. Let's get some safeties back there. This shit is crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you want to be over here so bad, and, you know, like I said, man, you don't get nothing. Nothing under the regime that we live under the matrix of the Caucasoid people. We are under a spell. We are under the matrix of Caucasian people. Under this spell, you don't get nothing without war. You don't get nothing. Why you think every couple of years we go into war with somebody? Why you think it don't matter how good the planet is, it don't matter how beautiful of a frequency we are under, right? The dog fur people will find a way to go into Iran and go to war. They'll find a way to go to Iraq and go to war. They'll find a way to get involved with Russia and Ukraine and go to war. We are in a war state. This matrix is a war state that we are in. So you don't get to come to America without going to war. The Black Panthers went to war. The Florida Seminoles went to war. We've been going to war on American soil for hundreds of years. This is what so these immigrants think they just get to come over here, live their life, and go to work. Oh, we've been doing so much for America and blah, 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 and we are working, and hey, man, that ain't enough. You thought that you just, nigga, we don't need you to come over here and go to work. Trust me. We don't need you to cut the grass. Trust me. We don't need y'all to just come. We don't, those loans y'all get, we could get. We get all you immigrants out here to be a lot of money for reparations. Trust me. We clear out the majority of you illegal immigrants and it'll be a lot of money left over for reparations. We never needed y'all for that. Y'all tried to steal something. Y'all saw an opportunity to leave your country and come to another country because you thought the grass was greener on the other side. Oh yeah, the grass is greener, not just for you. It's just not greener for you. We made the grass greener. That don't mean y'all get to come and enjoy this green pasture. Y'all ain't did no work for this green pasture. Y'all ain't died and killed for this green pasture. But y'all about to do something. Those motherfucking Alligator Alcatrazes they about to build for y'all. Oh yeah, y'all definitely about to pay some dues over here. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do. You can't look at me. You don't see. We ain't African. I ain't no motherfucking African. You look at an African. Look at that motherfucker. Look at them waves spinning, man. Salute to my barber. Salute to my barber. You know what I mean? You ever seen an African spinning like that? No motherfucking African. You ever seen an African with a full beard like this? You don't see Africans like that. Yeah. Yeah. When I go to the beach, I bring the waves with me, homie. I don't need no waves at the beach. I bring the waves. Yeah, look, you see that? Fine, you see the motherfucking barber chop that shit up like that. Nah, salute though. FBA, Foundational Black Forever. Foundational Black Americans. Tell Fat Joe it's a Foundational Black American, not Foundational Black Authorities. And I'm going to talk about Fat Joe because it's a message in the madness. But we're going to do that tomorrow. I got something for you. Knock knees, Fat Joe. Oh, your knees is knocking. And I got something for you. But it ain't gonna be like everybody else. We ain't talking about that. We gonna talk about this. Your knees is knocking. Take your big back, knock-kneed ass to Puerto Rico and rebuild it. Huh? Kodak Black. Take your goddamn K2 smoking ass, your Flocka smoking ass, all the way back to Haiti and start rebuilding it. We don't need you dancing and prancing around no more. Kodak Black, we over it. We don't need your ass over here prancing and dancing. It's a war going on outside. You see what they about to do to your people? You need to go to war, Kodak. Put the K2 down and go to war. Fat Joe. Yeah, your big back knock-kneed having. Yeah, take your ass to Puerto Rico and go to war. Busta Rhymes. You might want to get over there to Jamaica. You and DJ Academics, Bonte Boy. Yeah. DJ Actor Diddy, the Mr. Bonte Boy himself. Y'all might want to go to Jamaica and start rebuilding your land over there. Yeah, Academics, I hope they look at you. You did tell us that your mama had married that man and that to get her green card and it was $10,000. That's illegal. Yeah, what your mama did with that man was illegal. I don't know if your birthright citizenship is going to stand strong. We might need to tax you a little bit. You getting some money, Acadiddy. Yeah, you getting some money over here. But what your mama did with that 10, that's illegal. And when it's time for the Jamaicans to get done like the Haitians, I think they need to look into you and your mama and your brother and all that, DJ Actor Diddy. I think they need to deportation your ass. You, your mama, and your brother, everybody ass need to get put back on a banana boat and sent back to Jamaica. And y'all can rebuild that. Make it beautiful. Make Jamaica great again. Oh. Don't it sound so sweet? We gonna make America great again, and you make Haiti great again. You make Mexico great again. You make Jamaica, Jamaica, yeah. Jamaica, Jamaica. You make Jamaica great again. Bumba clad pussy, the Ross clad pussy, Bumba clad, Bonte boy, Bumba Ross. You ain't know I could talk like that, did you? Yeah, you ain't know I could do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you ain't know I could give it to you like that. You know what I mean? And it goddamn Jamaican Bumba clad Royce right there, Bumba Ross clad. You didn't know you ain't know I had that in me. You ain't know I could do that. Ross clad pussy boy. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Like, I'll give you a little taste of that Rise Clyde, pussy, the Bumba Clyde. We are living in a day and age where war is necessary. War is a necessary evil. And, you know, my ancestors went to war. And we didn't know, we didn't have a blueprint. We didn't have somebody to walk us through. We didn't have, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have the blueprint. We didn't have that. We had to make a conscious decision off grown man business. We didn't have the opportunity to say, yo, look what the Haitians went through, or look what they did to these guys, or look what they did to those guys. We was the guys they was doing it to. And I want to tell foundational Black Americans that, man, we are resilient. We are absolutely resilient at how far we have come with all the hurdles and the hindrances and all of the trips and the traps that they set for us. We have still made it this far. We have made it to the point where it is acknowledged America would not be America without us. Exactly. Max Mill, we are the blueprint. These guys are going through what they're going through, and they're saying, yo, this is what happened to foundational Black Americans. Look, Yo, this is what, oh, maybe we need, that's why they want us to help them so much. They want our help because they know we have already gone through this. And I mean, to be honest with you, it's very easy. It's the same 1-2 punch. It's the same Hail Mary play they've been running for the last 500, 400 years. That Alligator Alcatraz is the same thing as private prisons. And they about to fill, that shit holds 1,000 immigrants. I guarantee you it's 5,000 of y'all gonna get stuffed in that low ass Alcatraz. It's gonna be over 5,000 of y'all stuffed in there. Y'all gonna be sleeping on the floor, sleeping in the bathroom, sleeping in the hallways. It's gonna be unsanctioned. It's gonna be unsupervised by the federal government. They ain't gonna know what they doing to y'all in there. And on late nights, they gonna be feeding y'all asses to the alligators and all that. Late night, they gonna be coming into y'all barracks, taking you illegal immigrants out there to the Alligator Alcatraz, the swamp, and they gonna be feeding your ass to the alligators the same way they used to do our babies. Y'all are gonna have a rude awakening. You either gonna stay here and go through slavery, or you can go back to your home country. The only difference is we didn't have nowhere to go, black people. We had no option. We had to stay and fight. We had nowhere to go. You don't think that if they thought we was really Africans, you don't think that they wouldn't have put us back on boats and sent us after we cropped all the land, after we cropped all the cotton, after we cropped all the fruit, after we built this fucking country from the ground up? They would have deported us years ago. After we built all the structures, after we built this country, after we made gin bean whiskey, we made all these different inventions. After we did that, they would have said, it's time for deportation. The only reason they have not done foundational black Americans like that is because this is our land. There is nowhere to deport us, not even Africa. Africa would not accept, because Africa know we not Africans. Jamaica, Jamaica, yeah. We already home. Exactly. We already home. So the only difference is y'all got an option to go home. And I'm telling you, I know you don't want to go through the fire. I know you don't want to do what it gotta do. I know y'all want somebody to do it for you. You don't want to go to war. You want us to go to war for you. I'm telling you, take the option and go back home. This is not, trust me, this is not, and don't worry. I want to close on this. I want you to hear me clearly. Don't you worry. Don't you even blink an eye. Don't you cry. Don't you worry. Because after you guys go home, it's only one immigrant left on this soil that's going to end up having to leave. Oh, listen to me. Because YouTube is paying attention. The higher ups and the elites. I got to word this the right way. I need you to understand what I'm saying. Listen, after you go home, Mexico, after Haitians, after Jamaicans, after they send all y'all back home, there will only be one immigrant left on American soil. Caucasoid people, Caucasian, dog fur. In the earth is going to do the job. The earth is going to do the job. It's getting hot outside. It's getting too hot. Sunscreen ain't working no more. I mean, it's burning their asses up. See, they going to be forced out the way. So don't worry about it. Don't look at what they doing. Look at what you need to do. Oh, yo, white people are immigrant. We all know that. We all know that. But White people are at war with the universe. They are at war with Mother Nature. They are at war with the Most High, and they will lose that war. Yeah. White people are at war with the sun. They are at war with Mother Nature. They are at war. There is a whole nother battle that they got to deal with that we don't even think about. Full of melanin, got that melanin glow and all that. We don't even think about Mother Nature. Mother Nature only gives us energy. It only strengthens us. But white people, they will have a mass deportation coming very soon. Caucasoid people, they will have a mass deportation coming soon. So don't worry about them. You need to go regain power over your land. You don't get blessings for being a coward. You don't get blessings for running. You get blessings when you stand on grown man business. You get blessings when you stand up and you die for what it's supposed to die for. You kill for what it's supposed to kill for. Go back to Haiti, homie. Go back to Puerto Rico. Go back to Mexico. Go back to China. Go back to Jamaica. Go back, my friend. Don't worry. It's going to be all right. It's going to be a war. You're going to lose some. You're going to win some. But imagine how your ancestors felt when they fought and they won in Haiti. All you Haitian men, y'all need to tap into that. Y'all need to tap into your ancestors. You need to start receiving the downloads. Imagine how your ancestors felt when they fought off the French, when they made them French boats turn around and flee. Imagine how many of your ancestors died on Haitian soil fighting that war. And now all y'all did was let the people come back and tax y'all $30-40 billion a goddamn year, take over all your prime real estate land, got you living in a goddamn shanty town. Yeah. Yeah, I know the lingo. Got you out there in Jamaica and in Haiti, y'all living in goddamn shanty towns, tents, little ass houses with no electricity and all that. And you got these French motherfuckers all on the coastline, all over there with the mangoes and the goddamn oranges and all the mango fruit hanging from the trees, and y'all living in the goddamn shanty town, paying taxes after your ancestors killed and died for that. Yeah, I've been to Jamaica, man. Ochos Rios, Kingston, Montego Bay. I've been around, my friend. And they tell you, they take you to the shanty town. It's nasty work, Poppy. Nasty work. It's nasty. This is the time, and this is the part where you stand up for what you believe in. You want to wave those Haitian flags? Take your black ass back to Haiti. Wave those Haitian flags and go to war. You want to wave those Mexican flags? Take your ass down there to Mexico. Go to war. Yeah, just like Haiti, the war ain't with America. In Haiti, the war is with the French. Y'all need to go to war with the French. Just like in Mexico, y'all ain't got a beef with America. Y'all need to go to war with the Mexican cartel. Y'all need to go to war with the Mexican cartel. I said this before, but I'll say it again before we get out of here. Big salute to the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We need 200 likes in here easy before I do anything. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like. That's easy money, right? I want to propose something to Mexican people before I get out of here. To all my Mexicanos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. You know? 1, 2. 1 plus 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2, my friend. Right? That means 1 plus 1 is 2. Let's do some math, Mexico. Since y'all want to be in America so bad, since y'all are fighting and kicking and, you know, sneaking over the border, I would suggest and I propose y'all come to America and give black people Mexico. Since y'all don't want to live in Mexico, since y'all don't want to live in Mexico, since y'all don't want to rebuild Mexico, since y'all feel like y'all need to be over here with the dog fur people, brushing your dog fur, snipping your dog fur, shedding your dog fur all over the goddamn carpet. Y'all come to America and y'all give us Mexico. We gonna rename it Black Wall Street 2.0. It's no longer gonna be called Mexico. It's gonna be called Black Wall Street 2.0. And we're gonna rebuild on Mexico. We're gonna make Mexico great again. I guarantee you in 15 years, we will have Mexico looking like Dubai. I guarantee you in 15 years, we will take Mexico, rename it the Black Wall Street 2.0, and that shit will be looking like Dubai. Y'all will be up here in America cutting grass and all that, cleaning my pool out, and we'll be in Mexico 40 acres in a goddamn John Deere. We'll have all the sports in Mexico. We'll have all the fucking entertainment. We'll have all the food, all the tequila. We'll have all of that in Mexico, aka Black Wall Street 2.0. Y'all don't want to be in Mexico, right? Y'all want to stay in America. Y'all tired of Mexico. Y'all want to cross the border. Well, how about we get all of y'all asses out of Mexico? We have Donald Trump write up a treaty, write up a contract that y'all don't have nothing to do with Mexico, and we're going to rename it. And then we're going to move all the black people, LeBron James, Steph Curry, John Morant, everybody. Everybody's going to Mexico, all black people. We're going to take that. And you're going to need a goddamn green card. You're going to need permission to come down there. We don't want nobody fucking with us unless we allow you to. How about that? How about we trade Mexico since y'all don't want it? Yeah, there'll be no need for you to send American money back to your country because it will no longer be your goddamn country. It'll be ours. How about that? How about we do that? Yeah. Shit is easy money, baby. Easy money, easy work. Big salute to the chat. Hey, CJ, word to mother, right? I don't want to go to Mexico neither, but I just like to say that because that's not our land. That's they shit, right? This is our land. But I like to say that because Mexican people are so confused. They don't know if they want to go to Mexico. They don't want to live in Mexico. They want to send American money to Mexico. They don't know what the fuck. That's why y'all gotta go home. Y'all don't want to live in Mexico, but y'all want to wave Mexican flags in America, and y'all want to talk good about Mexico, but y'all don't want to go to Mexico. So then I say, give up Mexico. I bet you they say, oh no, we're gonna keep Mexico. Well, if you're gonna keep Mexico, take your Mexican ass to Mexico. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So CJ, I'm with you. Always salute. We ain't going over to Mexico, man. They got that shit, man. You know what I mean? America, baby, the greatest country on the planet, the greatest land. What a time to be alive, homie. Let's go left, man. Let's go left. Yeah, it's 1:45 in the morning. We just gonna have a conversation now. The downloads have downloaded. I have delivered the downloads to you guys. Now, do what you will with the message. Now we just gonna talk, right? America is the greatest land on the face of the globe, right? But imagine how great this land would be if they didn't have those world fairs in the early 1900s. If they didn't destroy all of the Tartarian buildings, all of the monuments that we had already, imagine if they didn't destroy the technology that we had already. White people literally destroyed all of the knowledge and all of the technology that was more advanced than what we have right now, just so they could be in charge of this. They literally got rid of all of the advanced technology. They burnt, I want y'all to, when y'all get a chance, I want y'all to go on YouTube and I want y'all to Google and YouTube the world fairs in the early 1900s. These people, bruh, they had trolleys. They had subway shit. They had flying air balloons already. In the early 1900s, in like the 1890s. The 1890s, they had airplanes. They had so much. Everything we have now, we already had. White people, respectfully, they literally burned everything, used dynamite, burned, cut down all the trees. All the trees, all the mountains are literally like tree stumps. That's what they literally are. The majority of the mountains that we see are tree stumps. They had fucking trees that grew all the way into the clouds. And what I'm saying is all this, I'm talking directly on American soil. Those 1890 and 1900 world fairs, I mean, St. Louis, did y'all see that shit? You got to see what they had in St. Louis, what they had in Chicago. These big ass Tartarian buildings. They literally destroyed all the advanced technology just so they could say that they are in control of this. This shit is primitive, this technology we got. They actually set themselves back just to be in control. I don't want that to go over your head or under your bridge, but they literally set themselves back 500 years, 1,000 years, just so they could be in control of this primitive knowledge. I don't want that to go over your head. I hope you're following me. The world fairs are, bro, let me see something. Big salute to the chat. Let me see if I could. Let me see something real quick. Big salute. We just talking now. We just talking now. Bro, we just talking right now, right? Let's look at some of this. Look at this. And I can't show. Matter of fact, let me see.
The 1890.
Let's look. I want y'all to look at this, right? And
Hey, what's up, guys? I found this.
Maybe I'll do a whole, I think, maybe I'll do a whole live stream on this. Because a lot of people are gonna get to this part of this live stream. We already about 107 minutes in. I want you to look at this. I'm gonna just go through. This is in 1893, right? Hold on. I want you to look at this. Right. Now, this is in 1893, this building, right? I want you to just look at it. We're going to go through some of this. I just want you to just just to give you some context on what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look. Look. The incredible story of the 1893 World Fairs. Now, when you look at that building, right, you automatically know it wasn't no white man with concrete. It wasn't no Caucasoid dog fur with no concrete and no bricks that made that. They can't even make no shit like that right now. With this primitive technology, we were so advanced that they literally set us back 1,000 years just so they can be in control of what we have right now. right? And what made me think of this is because last weekend I was in New York City. A big salute to New York City, man. And I walked around a lot of New York, Brooklyn, Manhattan. I walked around. I like to walk around. I like to just look at things. And a lot of the buildings in New York City are Tartarian buildings. A lot of the buildings in New York City were built in these times, you know, back before America, right? And you can tell that like America, like Caucasian people, right? They start to build around and on top of these buildings. So you look at one building, that shit look like, you know, the World Trade Center. It looked like, you know, the Empire State Building. And then you look at another building and it's all this amazing, crazy, detailed worksman craftsmanship. And you're like, who the fuck built that? Ain't no white man in New York built this shit. You know what I'm saying? The craftsmanship on this building is different. Like, you understand? So when you when you look at this, right? When you look at this. Look how big this building is. Look at this shit. Look at the bridge right here in the corridor in the water. Look at this. Like we literally don't even have buildings like that. Like I ain't never seen the building with all this primitive technology. I ain't never seen a building of that size with my own, not like that. Headley land for you. Exactly. I'm in construction. I'm in the construction field, and it's taking us over a year to complete building a middle school. Exactly. Let alone the whole damn district. Exactly, bro. Like I used to do construction, so I know exactly like concrete. That's how I know. Okay, let's look at some more of this, right? I want to just look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. What are we, bro? And I gotta be careful, man, because they be playing. You know, YouTube get to playing and shit. Hold on. Chicago's come back. Look at this. Let's see.
Indigenous people were exhibited, and the fair would become forever linked with a serial killer. This is the incredible story.
Yo, look at this. Look at this.
Story of the 1890s.
Look at this. Look at this building, bro. And I'm gonna show some more, right? But I wanted to kind of show this so that people that think, like, you gotta understand something, right? They did these fairs where they showed off all of this landscape and this property and these buildings, and then they got rid of all of them. And then some of them they used, like downtown Philadelphia, that big building that is in Center City, Philadelphia, is one of these buildings. They're everywhere, you know, right? And because I can see through the smoke and mirrors, if I start looking around, I see these buildings, especially in New York, Philadelphia, and other places. There's remnants of these buildings are still there. You understand? And again, you know, they set us back 1,000 years just so they could be in charge, just so they could be the leader of primitive. This shit is primitive. This is the way we live now, man, with these cell phones. They was doing this shit 1,000 years ago. They had this already. 1801, 1790, the motherfucker, 1693, 1700, the motherfuckers was living way better than us. That's why that's how they built the pyramids. That's how they had free electricity. All of these buildings have antennas on top. Yo, hold up. Let me show y'all something, right? All these buildings have antennas on top of them. All of them. It's a reason why all of these buildings have these things. All of them. Because they didn't pay for electricity. These motherfuckers were so advanced, they had natural electricity, limitless electricity. White people came, got rid of that shit, and start charging us for electricity. Now we got to pay for lights. We pay for fucking electricity. Respectfully, bruh. Hold up. Let's look at some of this. Look at this shit.
"22 years after Chicago was gutted by fire. Between October 8th and 10th, 1871, a huge inferno ripped through the mostly wooden city. National Geographic reports that an estimated 300 people were killed and 17,500 structures were destroyed. The cost of the damage was around $200 million.
Now I want to say something, right? They said that a fire swept through Chicago of the mostly wooden buildings. Well, none of them buildings that our ancestors was building made out of wood. Right? And this is how diabolical this shit is, right? They said that a fire swept through and burned down all the wooden buildings. And then they showed us this picture. Look at this. Look. Do that look like wood to you? Do that look like a fire? Do that look like wood? Look at all these bricks and shit. Look at all this brick shit right here. Do that look like a fire? Look at these buildings back here. Do this look like wood? The building they showed us that I just showed y'all probably could fit 3,000 people. They talking about 300 people past the... Come on, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna do the whole... I might do a whole different live stream on this. But they literally use dynamite. For them to get rid of buildings like this... For them to get rid of buildings like this... and turn it to this... Them Caucasoid people right there, Caucasoids. They literally use dynamite. So they had a world fair, and then after everybody left, they blew all that shit up. And they started rebuilding these primitive cities, like Chicago and New York and all that. Yeah, it's primitive shit. I want to show you something. Look at this shit. Again, you look at this and you know it wasn't a white person around that helped build. Look at this. Look. Look at all the windows on this mug. Look at this shit. Look. Look how beautiful. Bro, look how beautiful these buildings is. We don't even have these buildings. We can't even look at this. Bro, this is crazy. This shit was in America. This was in Chicago. This building, bro. Look. The antennas. Look at this. Look at this shit. And I should say all that to say this. We had built all that on American soil before white people got to America. So when white people got to America, they found our weak spot. They took us to war, right? We began killing and dying on our soil, on this soil. And then we became POWs in the private prison systems. We became POWs, in slavery. Slavery was that wasn't a plantation, it was a prisoner of a war camp. It was a place where they housed prisoners of war. And then, because we're all connected to our ancestors, we would get downloads. So we would come up with inventions. You understand? Because, you know, we were basically getting downloads from our ancestors who built these type of buildings, bro. And then we would come up with different inventions and we would help push the culture forward, push society forward. But the thing is, the downloads ain't enough to take us back to the originators. You will never see a building like this. Imagine, this shit was in 1893. We ain't built a building. It ain't been a motherfucking contractor, a goddamn construction worker, a goddamn cement man, a brick mason. It ain't a motherfucker walking around that could fathom building a building like this with all that concrete. We want that shit up. Man, is you crazy? Let's look at some more of this shit, man. I want to look at a couple more pieces. You got I mean, it's disgusting what they did, bro. This was on American soil. This wasn't in fucking Rome somewhere. This wasn't in Greece. This is on a, look at this shit. Look. Bruh, I'm gonna just show you. We're gonna just go one more, right? And then we're gonna move forward. But my point is, you know, we have fought for this land. We you know, it's so crazy, and these things are being exposed regardless. It's no way to hide it. That's why I say, you know, after all the immigrants are, you know, deported. Let's just say they get all the immigrants out, right? Everything is a yin and a yang. So you might say, okay, it's a good thing. We got all the immigrants out. But now the bad part about it is now we start to look at y'all. It starts to expose y'all. Y'all fucking immigrants. Y'all ain't supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at one. I'm gonna look at one more building. And mind you, these white people didn't build this shit. It's not one picture of no people building these buildings. It's just pictures of them walking around this motherfucker after they done went to war, took over the land. Now what they doing is just showing off like, yeah, goddamn, look at these castles. We're gonna do a fair. And then after that, they start, and then you know what happens is, right? You know what happens? People come to these fairs and they say, what the fuck? Because they go back to their home. They living in stick houses. Yeah, in these days, white people was living in shacks and goddamn little wooden huts. But then you walk over here to a fair and you see a goddamn big, look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at this, look how crazy this is, bro. The antennas. Look at this. Look at this. The antennas. Look at this. Bro, you know how many Staples Centers you could fit in that building, bro? You know what I mean? You know how many motherfucking basketball arenas and football fields you could fit inside that motherfucker, man? Like stadiums, bro. These motherfucking white people was coming to these state fairs, right? And they were saying, what in the fuck is this? Why are we living in a little ass wooden shack? And who built this shit? And white people already knew this shit too advanced. We're not going to be able to rebuild this. So what they did was they let you see it. And then when you left, they burned that shit down. Next thing you know, they was blowing it up saying the fire swept through the city. And then they rebuild around this shit. Oh, we're going to add some of our concrete right here. And we're going to build it up right there. And we're going to fix it and structure it, and now you got this building. But if you look at the foundation, you can see that Tartarian, yeah, you see that shit, that other shit that they didn't have nothing to do with. People was leaving these fairs and going back to them little ass huts, and they started having questions. They started having questions. Bruh, look at this. Look. Look at the flags. The flags. White people done came and put and took over, so they got that. But look at this shit. Flags. Mexico. Morocco. They got Morocco flags up there.
Such as electric sewing machines, irons, laundry machines, an early fax machine, and electric chairs. There was also the world's first moving sidewalk, the predecessor of the ones used in airports today. All this electricity was provided by one of history nerds' favorite inventors. Yes, the 1893 exposition is part of Nikola Tesla's unbelievable real-life story. Tesla sold his patents for an electrical system based...
They stole all that shit, man. See where we at. Ah, yeah, we good. So listen, man. It's a war going on outside. It's a real war taking place outside. There's no way around it. There's absolutely no way around this war. You understand me? And I want y'all to understand something. I want to leave y'all with this. If you go home, you're gonna go to war. If you stay here, you're gonna go to war. The matrix we live in is fed off of war. You can't run from this. There's no ducking. There was no ducking or diving for my ancestors when slavery came, when they took over these buildings, when they started to do these world fairs, where they started to oppress the ancestors of the people that built this country, these buildings, this whole foundation. There was nowhere for us to run. It was wartime. We became POWs. And this is the results of that. So my suggestion is, first and foremost, link up. Haitians, Latinos, let's see y'all link up. Let's see one culture link up with the next culture. Let's see if it's really a black and brown unity. Let's really see. Let's really see that game y'all talk to us, foundational black Americans. Let's see y'all apply that with Haitians, Mexicans, Latinos, Dominicanos, Puerto Ricos. That's first. Secondly, go back to your country. You have no choice. Go back home. Stop fighting it. Stop running. Take your ass back to the crib. Go back to your country. Rebuild your country. Make your country great again. Because my country, my land was once great, man. Powerful. My land with those type of buildings, with that type of technology, we had that shit hundreds of years ago. You know, Donald Trump saying he gonna make America great. He could never make America great again. His concept of great is primitive. It's inferior to what my ancestors did in this country. He could never. That's when America was great. When we had buildings like that. When we had structures like that. When we had that. That's when America, Tartarian. That's when it was great. This shit we living in, man, ain't never been great. It ain't never been great, homie. You understand? They can't even figure out what to do with the next iPhone. Have you noticed that there is no next iPhone? We haven't seen another iPhone in the last 2 years, maybe a year, 2 years. Everybody's stuck on the iPhone 16 Max. They can't add no more cameras to these fucking phones. They are at a loss when it comes to technology. We are at a standstill. Y'all don't remember when every 3 months it was a new iPhone? You couldn't even use this iPhone because the next iPhone was already out. You had to get the new iPhone. Now, it ain't no more fucking iPhones. They at a standstill. They can never make America great when you go back and you look at what America was before it became America. Before they put that red, white, and blue flag on top of them big-ass buildings. And they took those Morocco and them Tartarian flags. Y'all fighting for something that ain't even... Y'all better off going back to your country and going to war. And not with America, but with the real opposition. The real opposition is the French, Haiti. Y'all know that. Jamaica, the real opposition was the Queen of England who was taxing y'all fucking $13 billion a year and all that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Africa, the real opposition is China, who's buying up all your fucking land, who's plotting and planning and doing all these things on African soil. Mexico, y'all need to go to war with the goddamn Mexican cartel. Y'all can't even get past the Mexican cartel to even build up a better Mexico, because the Mexican cartel do whatever they want to do to y'all when they trying to do what they want to do down there. Y'all ain't even went to war with them. How about that? How about y'all go to Mexico and y'all go to fucking war with the Mexican cartel? Get that under control. Yeah. Eliminate the Mexican cartel, and then we could talk about something. We could figure something out. But if you ain't gonna get rid of the Mexican cartel, man, then goddamn, don't be over here throwing rocks and shit when the Mexican cartel is right there. Don't be throwing rocks and shit over here and take your flag down. If you can't get rid of the Mexican cartel, you don't deserve to wave no Mexican flags over here in America. Do that shit over there and see what would happen if you do that shit in Mexico. See what the cartel do to you. Yeah, see what the fucking cartel do to your ass. You over there talking and running your goddamn mouth, using your Twitter fingers and all that. See if the Mexican cartel let you go in the street and throw rocks at people. Oh, yeah, all that tough talk over here in America. But you take your ass back to Mexico, your ass quiet as a church mouse. Mexican cartel got your ass quiet as a church mouse over there. You don't even want to make a peep. I gotta cut these lights off. Y'all already in the crib, big salute. I gotta cut these lights off, man. Look. Now, while you're doing all that, while you're over there fighting the Mexican cartel, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna do what I do. While you're doing all that, while you're over there fighting the Mexican cartel and all that, I'm gonna do what I do. Work hard in your own country. You can have all of this. Look, you can have it all. Work hard in your own country. Fight for your country. Fight for your goddamn country. You can have all this shit. Don't you bring your monkey ass. Don't you bring your monkey ass over here trying to fight for this. We'll go to war about this shit. Take your monkey ass to war. Take your monkey ass to war about this, baby. got my daughter down here. I let that damn thing in this house. Motherfucker, I gotta make sure. So man, probably go swimming tomorrow. Me and baby little mama probably go swimming. Big salute to the chat. So listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan, you do know what I say. And look, that's the Virginia Squares right there. You see that? Look at that. That's Dr. J right there. He used to play for the Virginia Squares. Dr. J. He used to play for the Virginia Squares in the Norfolk Scope. That's some Virginia history for you right there. Yeah, that's some Virginia history. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. So, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You do know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Gang.